5, 4, 3, 2,
สวัสดีครับ UNWOMEN นะครับถือว่าเป็นองค์กรหลักในเรื่องของการรณรงค์นะครับความเท่าเทียมกันความเสมอภาคกันระหว่างเพศนั่นเองซึ่งในทุกๆปีทาง UNWOMEN ก็จะจัดแคมเปญขึ้นมานะครับตั้งแต่วันที่ 25 พฤศจิกายนนั่นก็คือวันยุติความรุนแรงต่อผู้หญิงสากลไปจนถึงวันที่ 10 ธันวาคมก็ถือว่าเป็นวันสิทธิมนุษยชนรวมทั้งหมด 16 วันนั่นเองนะครับและในปีนี้นะครับก็จะมีชื่อธีมนะครับที่ได้ออกมาเรียบร้อยแล้วว่า Orange the World นั่นเองนะครับและที่พิเศษกว่านั้นก็คือว่าในปีนี้ทาง UNWOMEN ประเทศไทยนะครับก็ได้มีการจับมือร่วมกับบริษัทสื่อยักษ์ใหญ่นั่นก็คือ Scenario นะครับได้จัดทำแคมเปญ Orange the World ขึ้นมาแล้วก็ไม่ที่จัดแค่อยู่ในแค่ 16 วันเท่านั้นนะครับเขาจะจัดกันต่อเนื่อง 13 เดือนเลยทีเดียวส่วนรายละเอียดของโครงการนี้จะเป็นอย่างไรแล้วเขาจะทำอะไรกันบ้างนั้นต้องมาติดตามกันใน Marine Journey ครับI would like to know about the Orange the World campaign, especially for this year. So what is it about and what are the activities on this campaign this year?
Sure. So Orange the World is a global campaign happening all over the world. And actually this is the 30th year for the 16 Days of Activism, which is what we call an official name for Orange the World. And this is a global campaign to mobilize all kinds of organizations, all kinds of people, all kinds of groups in society to really raise awareness that violence against women and all kinds of gender-based violence, including violence against LGBTI plus people, is unacceptable.
And what about the activity of campaigns for this year, especially for UNWOMEN in Thailand?
So the activities that we have will include some face-to-face activities, discussions, some more technical things focused on sharing learning from projects that we've been doing, but most of all, we have a lot of things that will be focused on really getting the public's attention. So that will include social media, it includes billboards around the city, partnering with UNDP in fact for that as well. And it includes just all kinds of social media messaging to really ensure we reach as many people as possible with this message.
Are there any special messages for Thai people on this gender equality?
On the Orange the World?
On the Orange the World.
Yes. Look, I think the messages in Thailand and really throughout the world are quite similar. I think some of the things we want to draw attention to at the moment are how much violence against women has been impacted by COVID. We're very much aware that actually the problem has become more serious during COVID because many women, home is not a safe place for many women, and during a lockdown many women are trapped in the home with a violent abuser. It's very hard to access services. So we want to emphasize how much women have been set back actually by the COVID crisis. Secondly, we also want to really draw attention to the problem of online abuse. And that's one of the things that the influencers have been speaking about today very eloquently, is that as much as the internet is a wonderful, and social media is a wonderful platform for all of us, it can also be a place where abuse happens, where misogyny happens, and where girls and women and LGBTQI plus people can be exposed to, very violent forms of bullying.
And how Scenario joining to Orange the World for this year?
So this is very exciting for us. It's a new partnership for us with Scenario. It's actually the first such partnership that we have in Thailand. And we're very excited to work with Scenario because Scenario, of course, is active in this space of media and is also able to bring us into partnership with or into relationship with a number of other private sector agencies and companies who work with them. So through this partnership, we're very excited to access a variety of gender equality champions, both corporate champions, but also influencers as well, who we know have a fantastic power to really shape the thinking and influence the ideas of young people in particular, which is very, very important if we think about making deep change in the future. We really need young people to have the chance to be exposed to different ideas and have a change of mind and a change of heart about how men and women should relate, about how women's rights should be realized, and about non-violence.
Could you please explain in more details about how Scenario going to promote the campaigns Orange the World?
Sure. So working through with Scenario, we'll be doing some campaign activities right now for Orange the World. We'll be having opportunities for, as I said, more media exposure, as working with these champions and influencers as well. I also want to emphasize as well, I mentioned already that through Scenario we will have a chance to have a relationship with some other corporates. And I want to say a little bit about why that's very important. Because of course, you know, all of us are spending much of our day at work. And so corporates, as in very important employers, have the opportunity to really influence what happens in the workplace, to make the workplace a safe place, a place where women can progress, where women can realize their opportunities. So we're very keen to engage with the private sector, both because of their influence as employers, their influence on the supply chain, and because they have the opportunity to influence the wider society as well. So in the case of Scenario, because of the field of work that they're in, they have this opportunity to reach out and influence people.
Wow, I think they are very powerful organization, not just only encouraging the staff or internal to know about the gender equality or the campaigns of Orange the World, but they can spread out the messages to the younger people and to the public as well. So this is going to be a great case study for UNWOMEN, not just only in Thailand, but maybe globally in the near future. And how do you expect the future partners, especially for the private sector? Are you going to seek more on the companies similar to Scenario, or can be any private sectors?
I think we're very excited to see what the opportunities are with different sectors. Actually, around the world and around the region, we have been engaging quite a lot with private sector. Actually, UNWOMEN and the UN Global Compact have something called the WEPs, the Women's Empowerment Principles, which is a set of principles that private sector can sign up to help make their business a place that's promoting gender equality and women's empowerment. So we have that experience in some other countries. We know that some of the champions that we've been talking to today are also interested in these, in taking these principles and putting them into practice through their business. So we will, you know, be continuing with that strategy at the same time as continuing to make these important media and influencer partnerships.
Will it be possible in the future, like the local media or local partnership can be collaborate with the regional or global company that being the network of UNWOMEN as well? Absolutely,
absolutely. We are always looking at ways of networking, particularly within this region, but also globally as well. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.